Fall might be one of my favorite times of year, especially here in the flower bed where I have all of my dahlias growing right now. This is a time of season where they really stand out. And you know, one nice thing about dahlias is once they're in the ground and growing, they don't really need a lot of maintenance. I come out here and do a little bit of deadheading, but honestly, sometimes I just use that as an excuse to be out here with the flowers. Dahlias, like a lot of other flowers, do benefit from deadheading. And so with deadheading, we're just trying to remove flowers that have gone over. So when I'm out here looking for which flowers to deadhead, I'm looking for flowers where the petals are dry, or they've turned brown, where most or all of the petals have fallen off. And I can also look at the shape. The spent blooms have a kind of cone shape to them. They're tapered at the end, whereas new buds, new flowers that are forming are very much rounded. And so that's how I can tell which ones that I want to remove. So there's a couple of reasons why I like to come out here. One is just to kind of clean things up a little bit. As some of the flowers go over, it's just nice to take them out so that there's, you know, room and sunlight for new growth and the new flowers to come through. And another reason is dahlias, like other flowers, are ultimately trying to produce seeds. But in this case, we don't want them to. So I don't want the plant putting energy into producing seed. The plant can put its energy into making new flowers as well as into the tubers to grow those out larger, so that way next year I can have larger plants or be able to divide those tubers and multiply the plants that I have. Now, I don't cut back flowers the moment they stop looking perfect. I often leave them on the plant until they're well past their prime. And there are a couple of reasons why I do that. I like to see the flowers age out. One of the really neat things about dahlias is you get to see the flowers at kind of all different stages, as they're starting to open, when they first open fully, and then as they age out, the shapes and the coloration in the petals change and evolve all through that process. Yeah, there's another reason why I like to let the flowers go past their prime, and that's because the bees are still enjoying them. If the bees can get to the center and they're still buzzing around, I'm not going to clip those flowers. Especially I've noticed with some of the bigger blooms, it's harder for the bees to get into the center, but as those flowers age out, they actually open up, and it's much easier, I've noticed, for the bees to get into there. And I've got a mixture here of different flower forms. I have some of like more open single or collarette types of dahlias, but I have some of the larger, you know, almost dinner plate sized dahlias. And I'd like the bees to be able to get to as much as possible. So it's a beautiful day out and I enjoyed spending some time with the flowers. I did a little bit of deadheading. I'm gonna put these on the compost and call it a day. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, happy gardening.